Some 90-day fiancé couples have been associated with disaster since their debut. But despite the tragedies and twists in their storylines, both during and before the show, these 8 pairs are still together. 90-Day Fiancé has churned out over 100 different shows since its inception in 2014, and there have been countless 90-Day Fiancé couples that have stayed together or broken up after completing their K-1 visa journeys. While romance is what the reality TV franchise is all about, it's more than just dating or marriage anymore. These stars cater to an audience that follows their every move. The challenges that these couples face make their storylines riveting. Social media give an understanding of what happens to them after the show. They chose to showcase their stories on TV, despite knowing the risks that come with it. The chances of viewers asking them to end the relationship are bigger when the couple is incompatible or has faced such horrifying incidents in their relationship that they're better off alone. Still, these couples keep trying to make this work. They keep coming back together despite knowing how wrong they are for each other. Jenny didn't know Sumit was already married when she moved to India in 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1. Jenny had met Sumit back in 2012 on Facebook when he had pretended to be someone else. The California woman fell in love with the call center worker's Michael Jones persona, and they were in a long-distance relationship for a year until Sumit told her the truth. The relentless Jenny wanted Sumit despite the catfishing, but when she went to India to see him, Sumit's parents didn't want their son to marry a woman who was 30 years older. Sumit never told Jenny that his parents got him married to someone else. He continued dating Jenny, and she found out about his wife on camera. Jenny spent years asking Sumit to get divorced. Even when he did, Sumit's parents were against Jenny and his marriage. Jenny and Sumit wed in secret after Sumit's mother threatened him and said she would kill herself. Sumit's lies and their shocking age gap hinted at him just wanting a ticket to the US. Sumit hasn't even gone to America yet. He's enjoying a blissfully wedded life with Jenny in India's Uttar Pradesh. The couple made fans' jaws drop when they come across their photos together on social media. Sumit and Jenny are one of the happiest couples in the franchise, and also one of the most surprising duos that have stayed together despite the challenges they faced. Sumit's family has accepted Jenny after seeing how much the couple adores each other. It's starting to look like Sumit always genuinely loved Jenny, and he never used her for a better life in the US. Everyone from 90-Day Fiancé Season 1 is still together and married, even Mike and Aziza, who were recently in the headlines when the Ohio man was found guilty on 2 charges of possessing inappropriate content. Aziza was a Russian student who was just 21 when she met the then 31-year-old Mike on a language learning website in 2012. Aziza was supposed to move to the US on a work permit, which was denied, after which she got a K-1 visa and got married to Mike on the 2014 show. Mike and Aziza's biggest relationship challenge was intimacy. Aziza had refused to sleep with Mike, and she finally agreed out of jealousy when she saw her husband flirting with someone else. Mike and Aziza welcomed their first child together in 2019. Mike was charged with possessing inappropriate content in June 2023. He had over 7,000 images on his computer. Mike is now facing a sentence of 17 to 20 years in prison. Mike deleted his Instagram account and Aziza made hers private after he was arrested. However, according to Cleveland, Aziza was in court showing her support to Mike when the verdict was announced. Jeffrey and Varia met on a dating site in January 2019. He was already in a relationship with a woman named Kristen Wilson by then, who he later assaulted in June 2019. Jeffrey filmed the show after the domestic violence incident. Varia could see that Jeffrey had temper issues. He once lost his cool in front of her friends when he learned about her previous relationship with an American man. Jeffrey had told Varia that he had been to jail for selling drugs. She rejected his proposal in Russia, but flew to the US to get engaged to him. Jeffrey had reunited with a different woman, Mary Wallace, once he went home to the U.S., but Varia flew to Tennessee from Russia to profess her love, and Jeffrey popped the question again. Varia has continued to live in America, but it's not because she married Jeffrey. She won her green card through a lottery system. Meanwhile, Jeffrey is in prison, where he will stay for the next 16 years or so. Varia is standing strong by Jeffrey's side, and will seemingly continue to do so until his release. She probably thinks he's innocent despite what he's done. Corey and Evelyn were living together in the U.S. in Season 1 of 90 Day Fiance. The other way, however, it was Evelyn's dream to start a beachside bar back home in Ancabao, and Corey supported her by funding her dream. There were rumors that Evelyn had overstayed her tourist visa, leading to this decision. Still, the couple were engaged in the season and came back to the screen for Season 3 when they had split. Cody had cheated on Evelyn with someone named Jenny, and they were trying to reconcile while planning a wedding. The pair got married on the show, all over again. That didn't put an end to Corey and Evelyn's quarrels, since they are still busy fighting 3 years later. Corey recently shared an anniversary wish for Evelyn, and she commented, "No point to post on A for Strangers when literally nothing was planned for today," with an eye roll emoji. The post was quickly deleted. Meanwhile, Evelyn is busy since she's moving to the U.S. for good. Bilal was a divorced father of 2 who met Shada from Trinidad and Tobago on a social media website. He proposed to her during their first meeting. It had taken Bilal just a week to decide he was going to marry her, but had started doubting her intentions when Shada moved to the U.S. He made her live in his old childhood house to test her. He wanted Shada to sign a prenup to protect his assets. Bilal didn't like Shada adding her clause to the agreement where she said she wanted a baby before she turned 40. Bilal wasn't interested in granting Shada's wish, but he did ask her to go half on a baby during the tell-all, and the couple later revealed they had a miscarriage in February 2023. Shada and Bilal lost a second baby to miscarriage this year, and amid the tragedy, Shada also sparked divorce rumors with the Missouri man. In July 2024, Shada posted, "Divorce is unfortunately an option, preferably the last option. Use it wisely, ladies and gents." However, Shada later posted another message on Threads saying, "They say I'm getting divorced." That's a big nasty stinking lie. Sophie and Rob had already split when they began filming 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After, Season 8. Sophie could never forgive Rob for cheating on her with some women online. She shouldn't have married him in the first place, instead of deciding to separate just a couple of months after their wedding. Sophie didn't appreciate Rob's efforts at trying to fix their marriage. She was also upset when he broke up with her after months of trying. Sophie wanted to be the one who dumped him since she'd walked out. She treated the marriage like a high school romance, and like they were girlfriend and boyfriend. They argued over things like Sophie not flushing the toilet. Sophie didn't believe Rob when he told her the waitress he'd met on his birthday was just an Instagram friend and not a fling. They eventually agreed to make things work with therapy as a last resort, and seem to be together as of today. Sophie and Rob were spotted at Disneyland by multiple viewers in June 2024 as they enjoyed a cute date. Cara and her younger husband Guillermo were seen in 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 together. Guillermo from Venezuela met Charlottesville resident Cara in the Dominican Republic where he was working. Guillermo moved to the U.S. after their engagement, where Cara tried to ridicule his spending habits. Guillermo found out that Cara had cheated on one of her ex-boyfriends when they were together. Guillermo developed trust issues and also had an issue with his partner's drinking. Cara had fueled split rumors with Guillermo by releasing a breakup song called On My Own. She hasn't posted a single photo together with her husband since February 2024. Guillermo also spent Valentine's Day in his native country. However, in July 2024, Cara shared a post about the Olympics and a curious fan asked the 90-Day Fiancé star if she left her husband and son. Kara's reply was no lol. Kara seems to be focused on promoting her singing career and doesn't want to appear like a married woman with a kid on social media. Nicole and Mahmoud from 90-Day Fiancé. The other way Season 4 were about to get divorced before they started filming it. Nicole had attempted to go and live in Egypt, but saw how it limited her creativity and freedom to express herself through fashion. The conservative Muslim man, Mahmoud, knew what he was getting into. If he was getting to the US, he could no longer dictate Nicole's life and ask her how to dress and which friends to meet. This led to Nicole and Mahmoud's arguments on Hiye Season 8, and they also accused each other of cheating. In February 2024, Mahmoud was arrested for an incident of domestic violence, allegedly involving Nicole. They were also absent from the tell-all, and the reason wasn't revealed. However, Nicole and Mahmoud are still together. Mahmoud showed support for his wife's new fashion business by following the Instagram page. They still have each other's photos on Instagram, and a viewer spotted them shopping together in Los Angeles. But Mahmoud, writing he hates reality TV in his bio, suggests they will never return to the show, ever.